My biggest
Sorry,
fear
man.
about dentistry right now is that we have so many courses out about business and how to be more successful and how to do really fancy dentistry or little pieces of dentistry. It's like, who's going to take care of the common man is my biggest fear about dentistry right now. And I don't have an answer for that because it seems like, and you and I talked about this, a lot of folks are thinking, I'm going to get out, I'm going to work for a couple, 3 years, I'm going to get me some associates, I'm going to build this stuff up, and then I'm going to sell it, have a payday, and I'm off to do whatever. But in the middle, someone has to train that practice owner who I think is going to take 5 to 7 years before they can be a master, and that's working at it. And then as they bring their associates on, let's say they bring them on in year 3 or year 4, they're not a master yet. They can do some. They're going to have to hire somebody from outside to train, but you probably get more day to day. You probably get better and you work out all the little bits and pieces in more of a day to day kind of relationship. Okay, so shameless plug. I run an online clinical coaching group called the 90-Day Accelerator and we meet twice a week and we do that for 90 days. And we go through all the different disciplines as well as how to arrange your work, how to arrange your schedule, how to figure out how long it takes you to do this, how to become faster, how to work with assistants, how to get in and out of hygiene and not have it take, half of your other appointment that you're trying to get back to. Just all those sorts of things. And like we're meeting every day, we're meeting twice a week. And my first question to them is, what happened to you today? How was it? Was it good? Was it bad? Anything interesting happen? And we kind of talk through all those different things because then other stuff comes up. And I'm actually really looking hard at making some sort of like a continuing support-ish kind of group because even with going to the 90-Day Accelerator, even going to a root canal class or an implant class or whatever, that doesn't get the whole job done. That like gets your foot in the door, but then all the little nuances. And thankfully, most of the guys who are teaching this kind of stuff and women who are teaching this kind of stuff are very open to, hey, shoot me an email, shoot me a text. Like if you're having a problem, let me know. I want to help, and that's kind of where I am too. I hand out my email, I hand out my phone number, like right, left, and center all the time. And I want to hear back. And if I don't hear back, then I'll text everybody from a class. I'm like, I haven't heard from anybody. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk. Is everything working? Like, is there something I said would work and that you found out it didn't work? Let's talk about why it is. Because I know the stuff I teach works because I've been doing it for decades. And I've been teaching now for close to a decade. So I know the stuff works. If it's not working for you, there's a piece you're missing or that I didn't explain well enough or the way I explained it didn't make sense to you. And we can get that figured out. I've got 2 hands and 10 fingers just like you do. Chances are really good you can do the same things I'm doing.
Yeah. So why does it worry you? Like, why is it your fear?
Because someone's got to treat me. No, if we're doctors and we decide we want to be doctors to help take care of people and to improve their quality of life, and yet we never get to where we're really good and we can really take care of that stuff. I mean, if you're a dentist, how many times have you had a patient come in and go, I hate coming to the dentist. I had this thing done and it was awful. And they stood on my chest, which is my favorite story. They stood on my chest to take the tooth out, or they were doing this root canal and like it hurt the whole time, or they did this filling and it was just really high. And I came back and they said it was fine. And, you hear those stories over and over. Well, that's just someone that hasn't gotten to that level of mastery yet where that stuff can run smoothly. And if that's the way our profession is looked at. And if that's everybody's experience in dentistry, those things are real. Someone really did have a tough time taking a tooth out. Someone really was in pain all the way through their root canal. Someone really did get a filling done and it wasn't sitting right and someone didn't take care of them. Who's going to take care of them? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. It's just like, I hope everybody has a practice and builds it really big and sells it for a bunch of money, but who's going to take care of those people that we got into the profession for in the first place? That's my biggest concern in dentistry. And I have no answers. And it's just kind of a question that floats around in my head most of the time.